leading the revolution of talk radio. Lynn Cullen.
You should hear what I said. Was it something I said? I don't know. All I know is, guys, we're down to 14 hours now of this here Lynn Cullen show, and then I'm out. Do we know what's replacing me at this hour? Do we know who's going to be in here? 9, 10, 11?
I haven't seen the show clock yet. I just know it's going to be some sort of syndicated business.
Yeah, right. Okay. Some sort of syndicated business. That's what it's going to be. But I'll tell you, it's the last time on Tuesday at this hour that you're going to get Susan, my sister in St. Louis. Susan, I'm sorry.
Hi.
Hi. I cost you a job.
You did. I mean, this is the story of my life. I've lost yet another job I never actually had.
Right. In other words, that you never got paid for.
Right.
Well,
I do feel like someone's hovering around waiting to slam a sock in my mouth.
Well, no. Well, no. We've got this, we got this time. I don't know that we want to just sit and talk about it the whole time, though.
No, I don't think we do.
I don't either.
All right. Well, did you cry all through? I
did cry a lot watching last night.
I didn't even like Ted Kennedy.
Oh, but because he's dying.
Yeah, I know.
And he came out and he did that, and he is
Oh no, absolutely. I mean, all of that. I sobbed all the way through it.
I cried through that. I cried in Michelle's speech in parts.
Right, I did too.
Especially thinking of how proud her mom was, and how I'm so sorry her dad couldn't see this, and whatever. No, I cried a lot.
Yeah. Although I was still totally capable of deciding that I didn't like the way the dress fit her shoulders.
Okay. But I thought it went nicely with the background.
I know, no. I mean, I'm always amazed at how, even though I'm sitting there sobbing, my eye is taking in these stupid details.
I know. But, so anyway, I thought, all in all, I don't think there'll be tears tonight except from Hillary supporters. They'll be in tears tonight, but whatever.
I know. I mean, I really hope these women get over it because it's unattractive.
Well, they're allowed to, have their moment. I mean, they worked hard.
I know, but who was it that said that? There's some operative or another that said that they were acting like the Japanese and who refused to surrender.
Oh, they wouldn't come out of the. They won't come out of the jungles. Well. Okay. Now, Susan, we're not going to use our last few moments here to get Hillary
people. No, I am not. I really ought to just be saying thank you for letting me do this all this time.
Well, but no, I think people want to thank you. It was, they had fun listening to you, and I did too. You're good. You should go. Yeah, we could make a contest to see who gets the show first. You should go get your own show.
Yeah, but I actually do this for a living. I wouldn't.
I guess not. I guess I'm the one who does have to go get a show.
Right.
I'll get to work.
You get to work on this, and then find someone that'll let me not work for free again.
Okay. Well, that's never a problem these days. Everybody wants you to work for nothing. That's the problem.
Right. In this case, I might get a job before you.
That's true too. Well. Okay, listen, we do have a ton of callers here. Can we get them in, and then we'll try to get some other talk in. Feel free to call on a talk subject rather than just saying goodbye, because I think that might get a little much in terms of people listening to it. Don't you think?
I do.
Yeah. They'll be glad when I go if we keep this up.
Right. Well, that's
the thing.
Like teenagers being mean right before they go to college.
I didn't get that illusion.
Oh, it's so that you're glad to say goodbye to each other.
Oh, do they do that?
Oh, yeah. Just watch.
What do you mean, just watch? You mean in their senior year they have fights with each other and get
with you and just become hateful.
With you, with parents.
Right.
Before
it's all in the age of separation. That's the
Oh, you're warning me about senior year.
Well, and I'm suggesting that could be happening all this week while on the radio. You know, if by the time you leave, everybody's glad to see the back.
Well, that would be good, actually.
Right.
That would be,
right.
The word catharsis is getting kicked around a little too much, speaking of the aforementioned Ms. Clinton, but whatever. I mean, Senator. I don't want to take anything away from her. Here's Mark on the north side, and Susan, you and Mark have something in common, if he's still there. I don't know. Did he hold on? Mark is a member, an unpaid member. No, he's gone. He probably had to go actually have a job. He's a member of the Pittsburgh School Board. And he was calling in, but he was hanging there for some time and from the last hour. So, who's there? Ralph? Okay. Ralph in Forest Hills.
Yes, I am a first and probably last time caller.
Oh, you mean you never called before?
Never called. I listened to your show.
Well, you know, Ralph, let me tell you, it's people like you. It's people like you, Ralph.
I just want to echo everything that everybody before me said. I can't imagine this election this fall without you and Tim Russert. I mean, it's just unfathomable, you know.
Aw.
You know, I just can't imagine it. But
listen, I haven't.
She's not dead.
I'm not dead.
You're not going Tim Russert's route. Thank God for that.
No.
Jeez. But, you know, I just don't understand this format change. I mean, the people that are interested in money matters, aren't they at work when your show airs?
I would hope so.
I would think. Anyway.
But what do I know? I mean, you know, it's called niche broadcasting, and there's no other such animal in this market, and
we
so
need our niche.
What about our niche?
You know, yeah. What about our niche? You know,
and you know, it's true because we had a niche too. We were the only sort of liberal-ish.
That's it. You know, and I was telling people at work about your show and stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, now they can't hear you anymore. You know, and I'm. You know, there's like a handful of us in our office. We're like the lone liberals, surrounded by a sea of conservatives. You know, and it's just.
Those dang conservatives. You know, I don't know. They own radio. That's all. They own radio. You can bet that an all business format ain't going to be liberal.
No, not at all.
It's just another conservative point of view, as if we needed any more of those. But what the heck? Ain't my station.
That's right.
That's their
I
station.
did watch the convention last night, and Ted Kennedy gave me chills. He was just phenomenal. It was just wonderful to see him as well.
Poor guy. I mean, you know, I can't even imagine. I hope he does. I hope he does make it to see Obama elected. I hope he makes it to see him sworn in.
And I hope you're on the air when Obama gets sworn in and all that stuff.
I do, too.
Yeah.
You know what? That's just 2 days past my birthday. That'd be a nice birthday gift.
Yes, it would.
Ralph, thank you.
Happy birthday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's Ralph's first and last call. Well, got to start somewhere. All right. Now here, guys, we're going to go. Matt, can we let's try to do this hour after we get these calls out of the way and try to get on a subject rather than this? Is that, Matt's laughing at me through the...
Like, get real?
I guess.
Okay, so get real.
But, Matt, we can't do this.
Well, you've got to pick a subject. I mean, we steer people away from the subject for the better part of last week, other than Monday when it showed up in the paper, and at that point you're almost obligated to talk about it.
Right.
For the rest of the week, we just stuck with a specific
Well,
subject,
I appreciate that because that's what I wanted. But
right. It was one of those things that was probably best left to you rather than people that are just sort of filling in and whatnot. And
I know, but
now the problem is you're back.
Whoops. Well, I guess we didn't think this out right then. Maybe I wasn't supposed to come back. I was just supposed to
fade away.
Fade to black. Well, what the heck? Here I am. I don't know. I've never done this because the last time I lost a job is 10 years ago, and they yanked me right off. So I didn't have a chance. I knew they were going to, so I said goodbye to everybody, and then they yanked me because how dare you say goodbye to everybody when we were going to fire you next week.
All right. So if that's what you wanted, now you've got it.
But we don't want to do this for 4 days.
You just started.
I'm in trouble here.
You've only been at it for slightly more than an hour.
I know. I mean, it's like I feel like I'm in a receiving line at a funeral home.
And it's yours.
I know.
And this is actually Susan's only chance to say goodbye.
Aw, Suze.
Right.
Let's focus on Susan this hour. All right, Susan, just hang on here. We got a bunch of people, and we want to let them in, and I recognize almost all of them. I think I recognize all. These are all regular kind of callers. Okay. So here we go. Keep it short and sweet, and nobody get teary-eyed or angry or anything. Hello, Jane. I knocked her off.
Bye, Jane.
Oh, yeah, got that old trigger finger back. Jane, I'm sorry. It's a fine howdy-do, huh? Here's Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Lynn. Hi, Susan.
Hi.
Jeff, thank you for that. That's that book.
Oh, I'm glad you got it.
I
Great.
did get it. Thank you. I look forward to reading it. And
I guess you got a little time to read it now, huh?
I guess so.
Hey, on the convention,
Yeah.
did you see Nancy Pelosi's opening speech?
I
did part of it.
I didn't. I don't. She doesn't float my boat. What happened? Was it good?
I don't know. It was, I don't know how Susan's reaction was, but it was actually painful for me and my wife to watch that.
I sort of left the room a couple of times.
It was that bad. I think I had that impression. I was trying to eat dinner, and then I thought, oh, God.
It was like one of those bad dreams where you're running uphill and you're not getting anywhere. She was trying to generate some passion, and the audience just wasn't into it.
She was trying to get him to
loud
say...
enough and,
right.
She would pause for applause that wasn't there.
Right, yeah, exactly, which was very telling in its absence.
Right.
But after that, things started to roll pretty well. The most moving part to me was Michelle Obama's mother
Yes.
doing the voiceover on that film.
Yes.
And to see really where she came. And you know what? I had never known that Barack Obama had a sister. Did you see his
didn't?
sister?
No, yes, I did.
I didn't know that, and boy, she can speak just about as well as he can.
Yeah.
Very cute, too. Really cute.
Well, she is good. Now, she's his sister, his half-sister. They share the same mother, but she is her father was the Indonesian.
Right.
So
right.
she and Barack would have lived together for the time that they were in Indonesia. But then I think that marriage went kaplooey too, and well, then no, I guess the mother would have brought both of them back, so he must have grown up with her.
Yeah, in Kansas. That's the story, I guess.
No, wait a minute, though.
Why?
But when he's a young kid, you don't see pictures of her with him in Hawaii.
I think she's about. She may be as much as 10 years younger than he is.
Oh, okay. Okay, that explains that, maybe.
But you'll have plenty to talk about later this week when, after Barack gives his...
Well, that's true. And even after tonight with Clinton and then Wednesday with Clinton. Right. And that's true, because they've got I'm a little nervous about Bill. I read... Well, here's what I read today about Bill. This was in the New York Times editorial page. Politico, the website, reported the other day that Clinton, was complaining about being assigned to help make the case for Barack Obama as commander-in-chief. According to Politico, Bill Clinton wanted instead to talk about how great his own presidency had been.
Oh, are you surprised?
Well, I am surprised because what the hell does he think's going on right now? We're trying to elect Barack Obama. What is he thinking?
Lynn, but that's from Politico, too. I mean, let's just wait and see how it shakes out.
You don't take them as a reliable source?
Well, I don't know if they're reliable or not, but the thing is, let's not make it a self-fulfilling prophecy where that everything he says, we kind of read into it, something negative.
Okay.
Let's just wait till afterwards. But, I did wait until this hour when Susan was on, because I just wanted to thank you guys to be, share part of your life is... your show is very special, Lynn.
Yeah.
It's very genuine. And I know that you are going to land on your feet. You're the best talk show host in Pittsburgh. Any station that doesn't pick you up would be a fool. And, coincidentally, I was on YouTube a couple of weeks ago, and I was looking at videos of Pittsburgh, people driving through the tunnels and stuff. And they always link to a related video. And you know what I came across?
What?
You on the Sunday morning show on KDKA, after you had been let go at your station.
10 years ago, right.
Doing a little rant about that and how, they just let you go without any kind of, saying goodbye. And I'd like to thank 1360 for at least
exactly
giving you the opportunity to do that. I'm sure that we'll be hearing you in the future. Susan, I guess we'll hopefully be hearing you, too, in the future.
Well, listen, if I get...
I know it's going to happen.
Right.
Other than that, what can I say? I've made a lot of friends through the show.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you, Lynn.
Jeff, okay. We'll be in touch. Thank you. Oh, jeez.
You know what? He made me he reminded me of one of the first, early when I started doing this with you, and Eric and I were coming to Pittsburgh, and we were driving into town, and I was supposed to be getting to your house, and we were stuck. There was an accident on the bridge, and you were talking about it on the radio and wondering where I was, and I made a sign, and I put it in our window, call Lynn Cullen, this is her sister, I'm right here. and I was just driving along, playing, seeing if anybody would, and because here we were, not really driving along, and the guy next to me called you, passed me his phone. And we talked, and then I passed it back. Do you remember that?
Vaguely, I do. That was too funny. Well, remember the other time that you got lost coming to the studio?
Oh, right. They took me to the wrong studio.
They took you God knows where, over to where all those FM stations are.
And some lovely woman came and picked me up. She said, I know where you are.
I know. That lovely woman is named Marilyn McCarty. And
she's a pharmacist.
She is my pharmacist.
Right.
And she lives out here in Green Tree, but she works at the pharmacy, in Squirrel Hill. So, and she goes and picks you up. It's too much. It really is. It's like it's like this little warm, wonderful community.
Well, and I get to have all these friends that I don't even really,
Well, but I don't even really either.
Right.
I mean, this is why I say to all of you, if you ever see me, please tell me who you are. Introduce yourselves. I would love to know you. I would love to see you put a face on it, So, well, here we go again. So, Susan.
Yeah.
I got to take a break.
Okay.
I'm way behind.
Okay.
Okay. I'm Lynn Cullen. It's AM News Talk for a little while. 1360 for a little while. Okie doke, we're back. He's my sister Susan. And we're way behind on our break, Suze.
Okay.
If you want to stay into the next hour, feel free.
Okay.
Oh, well. Here we go. Guess who?
Lou?
Lou? Yes, Sue. It's Lou. For you.
Okay.
Here we go, Lou.
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Lou.
This is Lou. You know that.
Yeah.
You know what? Answer a question for me. Did you get Lynn in St. Louis?
No, if I'm going to listen to her, then I have to be on the computer.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I'm the first one that told you need your own show. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. But
so now it's very
here
appropriate
would want to
now.
listen to me, Lou.
I'm sorry?
Nobody here would want to listen to me.
Well, wait a minute. You mean to tell me St. Louis don't have the brains that Pittsburghers have?
I don't think so.
But, I called in for two. I had to call in on Tuesday because I know you're going to be there, being it's going to be Lynn's last show. Lynn, you're going to be on the air. Don't worry about it.
All right.
You're going to be on the air. Believe me when I tell you. Because we love hearing you, and your views are right on point for most of us non-conservative thinkers. Of course, we're all conservative in some way, one way or another anyway. So
that's true.
Is that true?
I know I am.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we don't have to. I'm like Barack said. There's no liberal American concerns. There's only one American, United States of America.
That's right.
Let's deal with that, right? But anyway, what I wanted to do was, I befriended you on the radio, Sue, and I really have a lot of respect for you. I really do, because I think your points are right on a lot of things. You're good thinking. And I would like to say that it's been a pleasure listening to you and Lynn, the format that you came up with, put Sue on the air. Mm-hmm. I heard people say, "What's she doing?" I said, "Don't worry, this is going to fly, because I'm telling you, this is going to be okay." And then now we look forward to hearing you, Sue.
Well,
we look forward to it. Now we're going to miss you as well. So I just wanted to put that out to you. And last night I was listening to Michelle Obama. And I want to catch Larry King, because he did an overview with all the Republicans, what they thought about the Democratic convention. And the next week he's going to do it, the reversal. Mm-hmm. And it was asking, what was his name, the one that does that eye commercial, he wash your eyes, what's his name?
I have no idea.
The guy who's, he's an actor, he's in Hollywood, he does commercials.
I don't know.
Oh, smart guy. Anyway, they was talking to him about, what do you think about her speech? Oh, she did the typical speech about her, and I didn't think it would be a positive reaction or anything Larry asked all
You're
those
talking
guys.
about Ben Stein.
Ben Stein, that's who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's the one, Sue. See, I know I love you for a reason. But anyway, and it was just the fact that the way the convention went off last, and what you spoke about, and how the kids came into the format and whatnot, I just thought that was a very great introduction of who Barack was, because remember I was saying to you, Lynn, before, I don't know if you recall, people are going to want to know, once he got the nomination, who is Barack Obama? And so now we're going to find out. And that one commercial they're using that Hillary Clinton said, I knew it's flying out, and he's reacting to it right away, is the one that she was pumping herself up and McCain up, and all Barack does was speech.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
Well, that's in now. So he came right back and countered that.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
See, so we're reacting to that, and they didn't think there was enough meat in the convention last night, but starting tonight, and how can you not? Hillary's people.
Well, they've got to go after McCain. I mean,
exactly.
That's what Republicans are going to do 4 or 5 days of steady anti-Obama, because they've got nothing positive. Right. They've got nothing positive to offer.
That's exactly
zilch.
Right.
What can they talk about? You have McCain, for God's sakes, running commercials saying, "Are you better off than you were 4 years ago?" The incumbent party is saying, "No, you're not." But but let us have 4 more years at you. So I really hope that tonight the Democrats get tough and go after McCain.
But it's not, I'm going to leave you with this, it's not Barack Obama's story, his wife included, and him, the American success story?
Well, it's such an American success story.
Isn't that true?
It's one of the reasons I started crying, because it is true. This is what makes so many of us patriotic Americans. Where else do you get these two young people finding themselves where they are as the potential president and first lady of the United States? Where else?
Right.
What other country can you come out of nothing? Can you come out of lower middle class or working class America, and on top of it, to have a dark skin and to end up where he is? If that doesn't make you shed tears of pride for America, I don't know what would.
Well, let me share this one thing with you and I'll let you go. And then Dick Durbin, the senior senator from Illinois, made the comment, and he answered my question. And I think I said something to you some time ago about where this guy come from. We didn't know much about him. Dick Durbin said when he became senator-elect out of Illinois, and he would go around campaigning for other people in the party, and because of his speech in 2004, people would flock to hear him.
Right.
I mean, he was like an instant star.
Right.
And he said, and so Dick Durbin made this statement. He said, you know, sometimes we pick our time, but sometimes time picks us.
And he is the one who told Obama, you can't wait, you go now.
That's exactly what it was.
Right.
Exactly
So,
right.
hey, thank you, Lou.
What a share that was. Lynn, my pleasure, darling. And look, I'm going to hear you again. I do know that.
Absolutely.
And if I see you on the street, I'm going to say, this is Sue's friend, Lou.
And Lou, if I land somewhere where I've got a radio gig, you'll hear Susan again, too.
Okay. Take care, girls.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Love
Lou.
you both. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I've got
maybe I should negotiate a better deal for myself.
Listen, at the moment, we're in no position to be negotiating anything.
I never am.
I got to catch up. We got to get my mid-break in here. Okay. I'm Lynn Cullen along with my sister Susan in St. Louis. And this is her last appearance with us on AM News Talk 1360. Hello there. Welcome back. Susan and me, that would be, and you too. And here's Diana Wentz, who has substituted for me on this program. Hi, Diana.
Hey, Lynn. I would ask you how you are, but I guess I shouldn't.
Hey, why the heck aren't you in Denver? Diana, Susan, is a big Democratic operative type.
Well, no. Diana used to be. Hi, Susan, by the way. Nice to sort of meet you. I'm doing quasi-political stuff. I'm actually at a job that's down here in the D.C. area, the Center for Health, Environment, and Justice, and listening to you at my desk, and I heard about this when I was back in Pittsburgh. I don't like to do that big Democratic operative stuff anymore. The whole kind of thing just kind of grates on my nerves.
Okay. Well, I'm glad. I think that's evolutionary.
Yes, as we age, we change.
Yes.
We change. But you know what? You should not be depressed about this, because I am more than confident that you and your fine sister are going to end up someplace else in the Pittsburgh media market. I'm confident of that.
Yeah. I'm pretty confident of that.
You know what this whole thing reminds me of is, if anybody out there ever watched the old WKRP in Cincinnati, and they did a thing. It was an AM radio station, and they had changed their format, and they were changing it again, and everybody was about to lose their jobs. And Andy Travis, the program director, went into Mama Carlson's house, and he had learned that she was changing the format just because it was about money-making thing, and the station wasn't supposed to make money. I'm not saying that's true of Renda, because I respect Renda and you for letting me sit in for you many times, but it just all makes me think of that. And of course, Andy vetted her out, and so she had to keep the format at what it was. So.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But you are definitely going to end up someplace. Don't worry about that.
Okay, I'm not worrying. I am not.
And enjoy your time off.
I'll try to.
Take a week off, and
Yeah.
But all business? I mean, that's just all business. Where's labor? We need a labor hour.
Hey, that's right. All business. Diana, there it is. That's the country. Labor. The workers.
To heck with the people who serve the people who do the business and make all of the Benjamins. To heck with them.
Yeah, no, really, to heck with them. And that's why, more than ever, we got to get these Republicans out of here.
Oh, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. Even though I'm not a big Democratic operative, I still look at this through the who cares for the least among us, and that ain't the Republicans.
Oh, for God's sake, no. Hey, Diana, thanks, and good luck in your new line of work.
Well, thank you, and you are going to land someplace, and thank you for all of the great years that you were on that station.
Thanks. Thank you, Diana. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. All righty. We got to stop this.
I know.
In the next hour.
Okay.
Okay, we'll start up a subject.
Okay.
I intend to.
Okay,
So
I'm not saying a word.
I know. But so people want to hear from you, so this is, whatever. By the way, you could commiserate with me on email, cullenshow@yahoo. And I landed a domain name for myself. Did I tell you this, Susan?
Yes, you did.
LynnCullen.net.
And I think maybe when we have the time, I'll show you how to, make your page into something interesting, and you can actually post things on it.
Yeah, because if you go there now, there's nothing there.
Right.
I just got the name. And that way I'll be able to maybe First of all, if I land somewhere, I can tell you about it.
Right. You can maintain a web page, and you can blog a little. You can let people know what you're thinking.
Blog.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Oh, everybody blogs. Who wants to blog? I'm used to just yapping. I don't want to have to type. I don't do it in. I might. I don't know. It's just, bleh. You know, I'm spoiled.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I'm used to doing it this way. This is the way that I take to. I'm verbal. You know, I can write, but I'd rather talk.
Right. I was always in trouble in college because I would, sit in class and jabber when, on subject, but talk. And then I'd hand in my carefully considered papers, and I'd get grades like B+++++. And I go, okay, how do I get the A? And they go, well, you just don't write as well as you talk.
Right. Well, writing is, I don't know.
Inhibiting.
It does feel inhibiting. And it's harder.
Right.
That's what it is, if you ask me.
Well, yeah, you stare at it. And
Right.
and what sounds good out loud doesn't necessarily read well on paper.
That's right. They're two absolutely different things. Writing takes a lot more work for me. Hey, here's Joe in the South Hills. Hi, Joe.
Oh, hi, Lynn. Hi, Susan.
Hi.
This is the first I've heard of this. I feel like Rick Blaine standing on that rainy railroad platform with that 1,000-mile stare on his pitiful face while Ilse Lunt's goodbye words melt away in his hand.
Wow.
I'm furious and I'm heartbroken. Let me tell you, one reason why you were so extremely valuable. Many of us can't see well enough to read the newspaper, so we don't read the newspaper.
Oh.
And you have been just an absolutely cornucopic digest of all the wonderful things you read, you consumed, and gave to us, and related to us. Like for example, how many of us knew without your help, that these ridiculous right-wing books that often appear on the New York Times bestseller list are bought in massive bulk by the Heritage Foundation and other groups to boost them up on the New York Times bestseller list.
Right.
You gave us that, and that's going to be lost.
Well, you know what? I think one of the hardest things for me is that when I will read the papers and read as much as I did, whether I have a show or not. So this job was just like getting paid for something I would be doing anyway. But when I read the papers and magazines, I'm always reading it thinking about what I want to share with you. And losing that ability to say, oh, I got to tell them about this. Oh, I can't wait. That is a real loss for me.
Oh, yeah. Listen, then, while not being able to read, I'm still the best partially blind photographer in the business.
Yes,
you have a number of my pictures, which I've given you.
Yes, I do.
And I'm going to send you about 100 pictures of the city with the U.S. Steel Building unadorned by those noxious letters as a goodbye present. I adore you, Lynn. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Joe. He is almost totally blind, and he is a fantastic photographer. How's that possible?
Well, Beethoven could compose.
Yeah, he does these incredible scenes of the city, and they just blow me away. Bob in Bethel Park, hi.
Hello, Lynn.
Hi, you sound depressed.
Oh, I am. I have to tell you, first I want to say I hope you get on the air fast, and I think where you belong is on satellite radio, so the whole country can listen to you, and yes, of course, your sister.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish that, they're going to join those two companies. And
yeah.
I wish you'd contact them or somehow, and see if you can... make an offer to them, send a tape or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And, the other thing I want to say is I've been listening to you now since, I guess, 1994, I guess. What year did you come on the air?
I don't know.
Uh-huh. And
no, it was before that. It was way before that. It was in the 80s.
Yeah, well, I got back from Chicago,
Okay,
so
okay.
I've been listening since 94, 95. And you are the voice for the Democrats in this area, tri-state area. And I want to say that so many things that you've said over the years are so very good. And you have made me mad and angry a couple of times, you know, because no two people agree on everything.
Right.
But on the most part, you're an angel in disguise. And I wish so much that I owned a radio station so I could put you on.
Boy, I wish you did too, Bob.
I know one thing I'd do. I'd give you your choice of hours, how long you want to be on, and then I would turn around and, of course, I'd record it, and then I'd run it back again for the people who work all day and can't hear you. At nighttime, I'd run it back, you know, like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or something.
Right.
So people could hear you. I think you have an audience that can't hear you, and that ain't right. Because they're working during the day, and there's no radios around, and that kind of thing.
Well, dream on, Robert.
And I hope you take a look at 104. They're FM, and they're talk. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
without
I do.
saying too much.
Yes.
And I wish you'd contact them, even that with a big K again, you know.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
So I wish you the very best.
Thank you.
God be with you.
Thank you, Bob.
And I sure hope that we meet someday. I've seen you from a distance one time over at the mall in Moreauville, but I couldn't get over there. But I sure hope the very, very best for you and, of course, your sister and every Democrat in America, you know.
Indeed.
And I hope your man wins.
Me too.
I'm going to be voting very early and often that day.
I hope so. Me too, Bob.
I'm going to vote early and often. And
well,
if something happens and the Republicans steal another election like they stole the last two, I think I'll move out of the country. I'll take you with me if you want to go.
Okay, well, Susan and I are thinking about Vancouver. So.
Right.
Where are you? Vancouver?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Brazil.
Oh, well, that's
Where it's
another
warm.
possibility.
Nice,
well,
warm
Vancouver never gets too cold.
Yeah, it's temperate.
Well, again, I won't hang on. I know there's other people.
Right.
The very, very best.
Thank you,
And I'll be waiting to hear which station you're coming on. And don't leave the area. Whatever you do, don't leave Pittsburgh.
No, I'm not going to. I'm not going anywhere.
Somebody is going to give you a contract, and I don't think you're going to have to wait too soon. But I hope you pursue it, too, a couple ideas I had.
Thank you, Bob.
And because we don't have good radio today, you know. But I think at 104 for talk is coming up.
All right, goodbye.
Everybody will hear you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
All them.
God bless.
Yeah, they're all conservative.
Yeah.
And they're all conservative. I mean, the other two talk stations are, of course, being, well, I guess I shouldn't take hits at them while I'm possibly going to ask them for jobs. But,
right. They're lovely stations, open-minded, willing to broadcast every viewpoint.
Yes, because they understand that their marketplace does have people of every point of view.
And you're hardly a risk. You come with your own advertisers and your own listeners.
There you go. I mean, I come here we come. Just give me the time.
Just a package.
It
doesn't make sense to me. I mean, if the station's all about business and money, doesn't this not make sense? But anyway.
Don't ask me. I just work here for a few more days.
I'm just putting it out there.
That's right.
Just as a thought that, when you're getting started, you might want an ace in the old hole, as it were.
Yes, so to speak.
You being the ace.
Yes. All right. I got to get a break in here.
Okay.
We'll be back.
Because you make money.
Yeah, I make money. Okay, we're back. That's be Susan and me. Susan's going to stay with me into the next hour, and we're going to actually try to do a news hour. We are. Here's Michael in Squirrel Hill. Hi, Michael.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey.
I have to agree with Lou. I don't think it's going to be much longer till we know where you're going to be going.
I hope.
I think so. I'm going to work on that. But I wanted to call and I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for my business and everything you've done for all the small, little businesses that really want to support you and the way you think and the way you talk.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to make sure wish you well and ask a couple questions, too. Did you get the package?
Yes, I did. Thank you very much.
Okay, and that's what I wanted to ask you. But there's a lot of folks that have been coming here trying to find out what's going on, and when you know, you'll let us know, won't you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Don't fear.
Okay, well, we'll still be your little channel here.
Okay, that's Michael at a Pleasant Present in Squirrel Hill, one of my favorite little gift shops.
We love you.
Thank you. Love you
wish
too.
you all the best. Susan, take care.
Okay, you too. I'll see you.
I know that.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, guess who's here? Clarence. Clarence, you're out of a job.
Isn't that a shame?
Because you were like a star in your own right.
Yeah, I was going to use that as, that you talked about Barack and Michelle, their story. And I was like, where else can a little, black kid from the project become like a pseudo-star on a radio talk show besides your show?
That's right. Don't worry. We'll get another gig. Don't worry, Clarence.
I know how you feel.
Yeah, I know you'll get another gig.
Yeah, Susan feels the same way.
Pardon me?
Susan feels the same way you do.
Yeah, there was, but I had a couple of ideas. First of all, there's WMLR, which stands for We're Millers. And you have a show, Susan has a show, and then, of course, at late night, that's when you put your brother on so they can bore people to sleep. And
I'm Miller all the time.
But until then, you're talking about blogging. And, I have a little bit of technology. There's two things you can do. Since you said you like to talk as opposed to blog, you can actually record your voice.
Right.
And put it on the internet.
Right.
Or record your, pictures and stuff and put it on the internet.
Right.
And the way you do that without putting your, LynnCullen.net up is get a Facebook account.
Yeah.
And that way, before you get Facebook is better than MySpace. You get a Facebook account, and that way people can log onto your Facebook account. And, you can, if you want to talk, you can talk, but you can still keep people updated. You start this little friend thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Facebook I think is the way to go without having to put up a whole website.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's easy. So.
Okay.
And see, like all the rest of these suckers, I don't have to talk to you for about an hour and a half because you have my own phone number.
That's right. Well, you've got mine too, don't you?
Yeah, but see, I won't call you because you're the star.
No,
you're the star. I'm some poor slob from out in the hood, but you're the star. People don't call you. I'm like Cynthia, but hey, if you give me the right, I'll call you.
You call me. You don't be silly. God Almighty. Okay, give us one quick parting Obama.
I don't think I can do it actually.
What? You don't think you can do it?
Well, let me say this. After my wife's speech and my daughter's yesterday, I feel a deep commitment to this country. That's about all I can do. I actually have to do like a song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but that was good. That was good.
Was it good?
That was good. You're pausing.
You know what's really funny, too? Let me just say this real quick. Well, let me say this. Michelle's dress. I had to close my eyes because I'm listening to her, but I'm looking at her dress. I said, she needs to pull. I think her bra straps are showing. She needs to pull that up a little bit. So it's just not a woman thing. You know what I mean? I was looking at it too. The speech was great and all that stuff, but it was distracting to me too. So I basically just turned around so I could just listen.
All right,
sit there and judge.
Honest to Pete. All right. Clarence.
See you later.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
See, that's my job. I put into thought what everybody else is
thinking. Well, that's good. That's why you're good on the radio. Here's Steve in Upper New York. Steve.
Hi.
Hi.
This is Steve from Vestal near Binghamton.
Hi.
Hi. I was trying to podcast. I was trying to bring down a podcast, and I saw it was removed. I can't listen to this program live, because I'm at work. So I listened to the podcast.
Yeah.
When it was gone, then I dialed the station and was inquiring, and they wouldn't. I couldn't get any response.
Why are our podcasts gone already?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I'll have to check that out.
So anyway, I decided to call Matt today.
I see.
And he told me that they pulled the plug.
Right.
I can't believe it. What a boneheaded decision. Oh, hi, Susan. I meant to say hello to you, too. But Lynn, please, what is going on? I can't listen to the show live, so I'm catching up from some of the comments I heard from Clarence and.
Yeah, well, it's over on Friday, and that's all I can tell you. And we'll let everybody know where I am if you just keep looking. I'll find some place.
Is there any? Are you on any kind of
No.
Do you have any? Well, hear me out. Do you have any kind of email list, or is there some way we
Yes.
can email with Matt?
Email me at cullenshow@yahoo. Okay.
Okay.
And I will keep a list of everybody. Okay. Got to run. I'm out of time.
Great.
Thanks,
okay,
Steve.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.